right. Grace and peace. This is day number 12 of working toward my three goals. I'm finished with my book, The Rare Jewel of Christian Contentment by Jeremiah Burroughs. Excellent, excellent book. Very, it's something to think about. It definitely requires you to stop and think like, am I living in contentment or am I being driven by the culture? So that's definitely a must read. I would encourage you to read it. And you don't have to read it in a week. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I might do an audiobook just to because I know I got a lot of movement this week, but we'll see. We'll see. I got up this morning, hit 70 calories on the salt bike. I'm trying to ramp it up to get to 100. 100 calories burned in 10 minutes. That'll probably light the fire. If I can get there pretty consistently, I believe that's going to be the magic sauce, the secret sauce. Speaking of secret sauce, I let myself down. I've not drunk all my water for the day. I'm behind. I think it's because I stayed up super late last night for waiting for President Firstborn to get home from prom, and I just woke up. I thought I was in good shape, but I just kind of dragging. Didn't have a headache though, thankfully. I did have enough water yesterday, and I just think today it has been running slow. So I'm gonna more than likely. I'm getting ready to do grilled dinner. So I'm probably just gonna fill this up, stand out there by the grill, be hot, be uncomfortable, chug some cold water, get it done, be finished. So I owe myself two of those, or at least one and a half. So I might have to really be chugging it. And I'm gonna I keep saying I'm gonna start doing workouts and doing live stream workouts. I just want to feel better about the way I look. My fight. I stepped on the scale this morning. I'm down 9 pounds from where I started. I know it's all water though, because I was eating bad. I measured myself and it looks like it's an inch on all. So on my hips, my belly, and my chest, an inch down on all of those, which is dope. The goal is again get that down to I want to be CrossFit fit again. I want to be CrossFit fit again. What happened to the CrossFit, Jason? What happened to him? We gotta bring that brother back. So that is that. This week we got a lot going on this week. So I got several shows. I've already been invited to two podcasts this week. So it'll more than likely be a busy week. So I'm gonna just stick with that. Get up early in the morning, hammer out 50 calories, then come do my Bible study, prayer and devotions, and then go back if I need to and hit it again. So we'll see how that works. That's the tentative plan. Um, doing a quick 20 calories on the bike before I go to sleep hasn't been bad either. So I did that on Friday. So maybe that'll work out. Who knows? Yesterday, I was able to sit down with a YouTube mentor, guru, aficionado, somebody who knows what they're doing, and talked about my $10,000 a month plan. And he basically said that's more than obtainable. But he said something that I'm trying to wrap my mind around. He said, to do that, something's going to have to change if you want that level of change. So, I told him how much I generally earn on YouTube every month. He said, you're going to have to, whatever you're doing, you're going to have to 3X whatever you're doing. So you're going to more than likely have to change what you're doing in order to hit that 3X speed. So I think what I'm going to do is work on live streams work out really well. I like live streams a lot. I think I'm going to focus a little bit more on pre-recorded videos just so I can ramp up the volume and get into because I feel like I'm out of the niche. I'm out of the algorithm. I don't want to say that. I'm not trying to say the algorithm's against me, but I'm not hitting it because I'm putting out the same type of videos that other content creators are putting out and they're crushing it. And I'm like getting crushed. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm also going to do is I found a whole bunch of technology that I need to get rid of. So I found out that there are these little kiosks at the supermarket. It's like an ATM, like a cell phone ATM, where you can recycle your technology, and they give you a little bit of money. So I have several old tablets and such like that. I'm gonna take those to the kiosk right before the month ends, and I am going to try to sell as many of them as I can and see how much I earn. And that money that I earn, I'm going to pay for an editor for the month of May. And hopefully it'll be enough to really get a decent editor and just have him or her just start cranking out content, because I know I need to ramp up the volume and maybe have a second eye, a non-biased eye look at my content and say, hey, like this needs to be trimmed out, or this needs to be shortened, or this needs to be added. I know that the my mentor yesterday told me that I really need to jump into that content faster. So I totally get what he was saying. I saw the video. I'm like, yeah, that's not. I'm moving too slow. It was taking too long for the. I would have been bored. Let me just say it like that. If it weren't my video, I like the intro, but I got to jump into the content quicker. That's going to be the plan. So there are going to be some changes over at DWC, because to hit that 10K, something's going to have to change if I want this thing to change. So I like that, and that's where I'm gonna be. So don't be surprised if you see some changes. Now, I don't know if the Diddy trial is going to be the proverbial next YSL trial. Prayerfully, it won't be super long, and prayerfully, double prayerfully, it will be broadcast. If it's broadcast, I'm live streaming that thing every day. I'm telling you right now, I'll be live streaming the Diddy trial, and we'll just come up with, we will do it just like we did YSL. Prayerfully will, but I got this feeling it's not going to be live stream. Let me just actually check that. But if it is, then be ready. All right, let me just. All right, I'm just checking real quick. All right, let's see. Come on. No, upcoming federal trial will not be televised. Federal courts prohibit cameras in criminal proceedings under the Federal Rule of Criminal Proceeding 53. Darn it. All right, so what we'll probably end up doing is the trial starts on May 5th. We will probably do like a nighttime recap on what's happening, reading documents, that kind of thing like that. Again, just like we were doing at YSL, just during the day. We're going to do it in the evening. So I'm going to go ahead and start blocking off time to do that, probably like 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Just maybe 7 to 10 every night. Just give a recap of what's going on in the Diddy trial. So, because I know it's going to be a lot of interesting things. So that's what we'll do. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all for your support and encouragement. Welcome to all the new subscribers that have joined, watching me get down to a good fighting weight, as well as me working my business in a way that generates enough income to be sustainable. And then, of course, reading a book a month. So thank you so much for all of that. If you have questions, comments, let me know down below. Comment, all that kind of good jazz, all that kind of wonderful stuff. And we'll do this again real soon. And until then, grace and peace.